Well, I saw some comments out there, people saying they spent 60,000 gems, they didn't get 600 gold shells, they didn't make it to the 1500 depth, and of course those are always followed by "this event sucks." And I myself didn't actually spend any money on this event. I know, don't come at me, I know I'm going to label this something like how to get 600 shells and 16 or 1500 floors as free to play. Yeah, I didn't spend any money. Obviously this account is boosted here, but like I said, didn't spend any money. I did use the 60,000 gems, and I was able to go and get my depth up to 1500. I was able to get 600 gold shells, which meant I took my toffee to +2 to get those extra awakened stats. Not to mention, I got a bunch of other goodies along the way of those legendary keys, the wishing scrolls. This thing really did stack up a lot of good stuff for me. Now the silver ones, I will say, I didn't get enough. I think I only got like 1,800 or so. I think 2,400 is the big prize for the silver on it, but that one I still didn't get, but the event's not over yet. Like I said, I did use all 60,000 gems, so I'm not able to purchase any more. I don't think I'm gonna spend any money on it, but we'll see if I can get enough out of just doing these actual missions inside the game. But a couple of extra tips here if you are going and using the actual flashlight, and you see that top little sliver up at the top there, of course. If you do use one of the flashlights and that's an open area, you can go and select the row by that way right there. So that's something I was tending to do. Most of what I was kind of going through is just trying to get that depth inside the game. And there I go again saying inside the game a bunch. But as you can see, we're buying as many of these things as we can. Eventually they do start going from 60 you can buy down to 50, down to 40 and 30. But either way, you're only able to get 600. Now, things to keep in mind on this. I did throw some text in the actual video from last night. If you do happen to see seaweed, it's going to be a 9-block spot on it, and there will be a number in the middle. That number is going to let you know how many prizes are hiding inside the seaweed. And that's where you just pretty much want to use a bomb in the middle, and it's so easy just to claim all that stuff right there. The other thing is, you want to go for those chests every time you see them. I'm just working my way as low as I can. That jellyfish right there, I'm going to go for that because technically I'm getting 2 jellyfish for burning up 1. That's a no-brainer. And then going for these chests, those are also going to be a key thing that's really helping out. Did get a ton of those S-grade shards in there, but all I'm really doing is just kind of working my way down the bottom. And as you can see, the blocks that are kind of hidden on us still, those are dark. But the ones that aren't, oh, there we go right there. There's a seaweed, bomb in the middle, collect all those goods. If there is an open square underneath the bubble that you say are going to pop, you can actually see that it's a little bit of a lighter color. Those blocks, if you could have it underneath, those are going to be a darker color. So the big thing is those blocks are going to take 2 times to kind of go and break. So you kind of have to ask yourself, well, instead of blowing up that one right there, if I go over, say, 2 of them and there's an empty square underneath, a lot of times those empty cavities will open up to a larger cavity. Not every time, but from what I was seeing, that seemed to be the case. Now, ×5 silver one, that's a no-brainer. Here I'm kind of looking like, okay, I got the flashlight right there. I do a lot of trading. If I go and say, I could probably go and use a flashlight up top, get that, but don't know why I wasted on that one. So don't pay attention to that one right there. But really, I'm just kind of going through. I could go for that ×5 up there for the shell, but I'm not really too concerned about it. We're just going to go keep on working, not worried about the gold one, not worried about the silver one. I do see that one over there for the 2 jellyfish, and I'm kind of like, do I want to go for it? But it's not going to have the actual range of using the bomb on it. So we'll just keep on going. If I have an opening underneath, I might use the bomb on it. But most of the time, I really was just kind of saving a lot of these bombs and the flashlights till the very end. Unless I could find a fair trade on it, of saying, hey, I can use this bomb to blow up that other bomb, and I'm not really losing any bombs at all. I'm just getting more area cleared. The keys I would go for, the jellyfish I would go for, the chests I would go for, the wishing scrolls I would go for. Anything that really wasn't a, gems, a gold one or a silver one, I would go out of my way, and clearly the chests are going to be an R1 too. There was times that I would kind of pass up on a bomb if it just seemed way too difficult, but like that one right there, I'll trade my 400 gems worth of using a flashlight to go and use it to get that 400 gems worth of a bomb. Now, same thing right here. If I do go and use something on it, it's like, okay, fair trade there. Probably would have been better off using the bomb on it, but I think I like the bombs a little bit better than I do the actual flashlights. because it never seems like I got a good stretch of things going right up and down. Once I did go through and use all 600 of my jellyfish that I had purchased, and obviously there was maybe like 120 from the missions beforehand, and I did actually get 5 from the whole Dreamland event there. I only made it to day 10 the first time, or maybe like day 19, but I only got the reward for the first one, which gave me 5 jellyfish. So that was an extra little bit of help, but it's not like I made it to like day 180. I pushed way too far on chapters. It's pretty challenging for me. But I didn't really do anything crazy at all, just trying to get myself the best of the bottom. Like, this is a nice spot right here, be able to just collect all these things. So those are gonna be things that I'm gonna go for. Even that times 20 there looks pretty nice. I think I might grab that, but then again, I'm just really trying to worry about the depth. Once I started seeing my gems go away and that it's like, okay, I might not be able to make it there, I start to panic. Once again, seaweed there, bomb in the middle, bunch of good stuff. But this one right here, this is probably what I'm gonna go for on the chest on it. We'll also go and grab the bomb too, just because that's a good one to have. Those things come in handy. And just going from here, not gonna worry about the gems. We're gonna go probably just pop one of these silver ones here. That opened up nice. And yeah, like I said, I'm able to do it. It wasn't really difficult at all. It is going to require you though to have those 60,000 gems. And the other thing to keep in mind is this is something we're going to be seeing once every 4 weeks. This is going to work in rotation with the 3 wheels there. So if it's something you're trying to push for one of those, you really do kind of decide. Do you want heroes? Do you want to have awakened skills added to the thing? Do you want to have arcanas added to the thing? Do you want yourself an Elsa or a Freya that's going to be coming up? So there's a lot of decisions to make. 60,000 isn't going to come back to you in 1 week. It's probably going to take a couple of weeks or 3 to really start saving these things up, but definitely something you want to plan around. Like I said, to me, it doesn't seem like I'm really doing anything crazy on this. Maybe I'm just so incredibly smart that this stuff just comes naturally to me, but really, all you gotta do, just keep on trying to get further and further in those depths and just kind of decide what is really necessary, like those bombs, the flashlights, or even the chests or keys, whatever you really want to go for, but your main focus really needs to be the depth. But if you want to really know how this thing works and really kind of get a better feel versus me just rambling along over it, take a look at this video right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.